wanted to have this conversation, and he's made the time to come and join us in studio this afternoon, known as Uncle Stan. Okay, I mean, formidably, if you know Cape Flat Stories, the Facebook page, 500,000 people follow that page. I mean, it's an influential platform that has been built. But who is the man himself? And also, how has he turned this into a business, but also a business that helps people, helps community? He sits in places of power. He speaks for the community. Joins me in studio this afternoon. It's an honor, an absolute tremendous privilege to have him in studio. First things first, and good afternoon. Thank you for making the time.
Thank you so much. I do apologize for being late, so it's my fault.
No, it's fine. Listen, you were here, and that's all that matters. I look forward to this conversation because you've built something from nothing. Okay, and then also most recently, there's also a conversation happening between you and your daughter, which was a very interesting conversation. It kind of gave us a blueprint, and it kind of ripped away everything else, and we kind of had to understand who is the man behind it all. Who is he really? But let's start at the beginning. Did you? When exactly did this platform start? When did you start this page?
So it was in 2018 in July.
Yeah.
I bought myself a P30 Lite.
Oh, wow.
And I said, I'm going to do something, to bring the positivity out of the Cape Flats. Because when you Google Cape Flats, you just see people with gang tattoos and people, fighting. Then that doesn't represent me. I started the page to tell our stories. So 2018, July.
Wow, 2018 to July. So at the time when you started this page, because obviously there's a lot of content and things that goes into it. Did you, how did you start kind of just formulating the content that you knew, okay, this is the type of content that I'm going to be posting?
So I wanted to post positive stories about people on the Cape Flats, doctors, civil engineers, people, professional people, because we always read about gangsters, and I wanted to change that narrative. And I started posting stories about people in the community, ordinary people. And I could see there was a need for this type of content. Later on, I would give people updates talking about Menenberg, the good things about Menenberg and Nova Park, Mitchell's Plain, because aside from the bad, there is good. And I could see people love these positive stories. Later on, we moved on where I actually started engaging more with my followers. And I realized, but these people have needs as well, because now you need to look at how can I help people, find themselves, because you know what, people want to change, but sometimes they just need something to motivate them. And that's where the page started.
And sometimes I need to see that someone who is also in my position was able to do it, and I suppose that kind of fuels you to say, no man, but surely then this is a possibility.
Correct.
Surely this is a possibility that change is about to happen. Did you ever think that this page would become this influential over time?
No, it was not on my mind. I never thought that Cape Flats Stories would allow me to meet the president, to speak with government, national, as well as local government, meet celebrities.
Sure.
I mean, Cape Flats Stories, it's much more than a page now. I want to say it's a brand.
Yeah.
So I never thought I would sit here and even have this interview, because I was a local boykie from the Cape Flats. You just go to work once you're done with school and you go and work. But now I'm actually enjoying life.
Wow. Okay. So then with this, let's be honest, okay? Not everybody is a fan.
No, you look, there's haters everywhere. If I can put it like that. Not everybody's going to like what you do.
Yep.
I always get it. People, I had a lady one day coming up to me. I don't like you. Ek hou nie van jou nie. And I'm like, why do you like me? Because you've interviewed this person. So you don't like me because I've interviewed the person. Because the page is also about not being biased. I need to give everybody a platform, listen to everybody's opinion. So I do get a lot of hate.
So just yesterday, and I sent you this link as well, but just yesterday I had the opportunity of chatting to obviously the WCD regarding this whole Kilimana story, and then Wednesday was then the conversation I had with her spokesperson Vanessa, and I think it's that aspect that you understand that this is a platform, and we kind of have to give everybody being a journalist, right, you have to give everyone the opportunity to be seen and to be heard and to understand both sides of the story. But it doesn't mean that you've compromised who you are. And I suppose that's who you are as the individual. I remember in the conversation, even when you were having with your daughter, and of course this can be checked out on YouTube. That was a very interesting conversation for me, because in that conversation I realized, okay, so even Stan had to understand that he needed to spend more time with family.
True. And you become so busy. You become so busy chasing, building. You know, having a job is one thing. So I still have a 9-to-5 job.
Okay.
Which I have to do.
Wow.
And then I have Cape Flat Stories, which is my passion project.
Sure.
And so after hours is the time that I use. Now you can think for yourself, after 5, away from my children, away from my from my comfort. And in order for me to also give our people a voice, I had to sacrifice the time, because now we are in a position to have the mayor on our show. We have all political parties to come and talk to the people. So I had to sacrifice, but I missed the time with my children.
Okay, so then how did you find the balance? And which I suppose brought you to the point of finding time with your children now. But how then did you go ahead? Because obviously with this platform, you've got this major responsibility, the expectations, you get inundated with messages and text and just all of these things. And it's so time consuming. How did you then have to find the balance?
The one thing that I told myself is that I can't help everyone. We need to be honest. I can't help everyone,
sure,
but I can help someone. And it's not also my responsibility, because somebody said to me the other day, "You are not a social worker, but I love helping people."
Yeah.
Because that is what God has instructed us to do, to help one another. So what I do is, if I can't assist you, then I can't assist you.
Yeah.
But I'm sure somebody else out there, same mindset like myself, will assist you. So you have to find a balance where you can't. Because if you're going to try, you're going to break yourself. And you mustn't break yourself in the process.
You've turned this into a business as well. There's obviously a business side to it. Speak to me about that. How has that come about?
The business side, it is going strong. It's going good, because I get a lot of sponsors, because people like what I do. People want to invest. So I think starting with the passion, helping people, telling our story, people saw, but over 7 years almost, this guy is doing it for real. And I came on board, I'm doing advertisements and stuff. I just shot a shoot now, advertisement now. So people come on board, they want to partner with you because you represent the good qualities of society.
And also, I think above all else, you are representing a part of Cape Town and the Western Cape that has been looked down upon for many years.
That's correct. Remember, if you talk about the Cape Flats, it's very seldom that people talk good about the Cape Flats, because there's this type of stigma. Nothing good can come from the Cape Flats. But if you look at Benny McCarthy, if you look at so many others, if you look at Quentin Fortune, so many brilliant people, doctors, scientists, they come from the Cape Flats. So we need to keep that dream alive, and we need to start telling the world out there, but the Cape Flats is not that bad. They must get the right perception about the Cape Flats.
100%. And not everybody born on and into the Cape Flats are gangsters.
No, true.
In actual fact, there's so many. And I think this is the thing about the platform. At 6 o'clock, we need to do news on the hour. But just very quickly, as you do come to a close, there are so many parts of this platform. And I think this is also why you've grown. Is I suppose you've realized, but people actually do want positivity. People actually do want to see the good stuff.
True. I've actually noticed over the last couple of weeks, there's a lot of people that are following us, because there's some good stories that we post every day as well.
Yes.
People just want to read, because we're living in a time where everything looks so, if it's impossible. But I mean, people want to read, this person started at the bottom and now they've worked their way up. So positive stories is very important, because positive stories keep a balance. I don't know if you saw the news the last couple of weeks on crime.
Yes.
We need to also deter our people from that factor. Yes, we are living in a dangerous city, but also we need to tell our people, you know what, don't stop dreaming. Don't stop being positive, because there is positive things happening out there aside from the negative things.
Awesome. Stan, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure having you. Of course, you can catch this full conversation on Facebook Live as well. I've got news happening on top of the hour from our side. Have yourself a lovely, lovely weekend. Back again tomorrow for the Kaapse Quickies from 12 till about 3 p.m. It's going to be a lekker one. See you Monday for the afternoon drive once again, 4 till 6 p.m. Have a good one.
Cape Pulpit, 7 to 9 a.m.